Motion program uses a body-based approach to trauma treatment. The program introduces teen girls to the practices of mindful movement and creative expression to heal from the effects of child sexual abuse and other traumas. Healing Motion groups meet one time a week for about 90 minutes. The group is composed of 4 to 6 girls with 2 facilitators. Amber Melius is certified in dance, yoga, and counseling, and Mara Bliss is a certified yoga instructor. Kelly Finnerty had a great deal to do with the development of the Healing Motion program and its implementation. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist. The Healing Motion program is trauma-informed, and so it recognizes the links and connections between mind-body responses. We have to deal with the effects of trauma on the body, and we also have to reflect on the meanings of the effects of trauma on the body. This work can only be done in a safe, trusting environment. The program begins with a home-cooked meal and a check-in. The shared meal builds trust and a sense of community between the girls and the group facilitators. In the check-in, girls report on events of the past week. If they haven't been there in a week or two, they report on events since the last time they were in the group. The next part is a question box where the girls put in questions they would like to have answered, and the questions are anonymous. And then a girl will pick from the box a question and the group will discuss it. This is followed by a free movement or yoga or dance. Then there's expressive arts in terms of journaling or drawing or doing a collage. Next comes the psychotherapy part of the group, which is discussion of personal issues, but there's a lot of problem solving and discussions of how to manage emotions, feelings, bodily responses, and thoughts. It's important to note that the girls talk about personal issues throughout the entire program, not just at the end. The final part is a reflection or a wrap up on how things went, what they really got out of it, and what they would like to do better or what they would like to do for the following week. The picture above shows the girls doing some free movement. The other 2 pictures show a drawing and a collage. The Healing Motion program is part of a treatment package. Ideally, each girl has individual therapy, psychiatric consultation if they're on medication, and many of them are. Of course, the weekly Healing Motion group. There are also quarterly meetings with parents. Facilitators in the Healing Motion program seek to develop a supportive community for the girls so that they have peers with whom they can identify and with whom they can problem solve and empathize. In the clip from a recent workshop that follows, Mara Bliss explains some of the ideas behind building community.
Everyone will have their own pace and that every day is different, right? You come as you are. You come that day with all the stuff that's going on that day, with what you're feeling, with what's triggered, and we meet you. We all meet each other in that space.
I'll continue with more about the Healing Motion program in the 3rd video. In that video, we'll continue considering practice principles, and I'll be using excerpts from a recent training workshop to demonstrate some of the principles. Before we leave this video, I want to show you the awareness scale, which is part of a check-in as well as the post-session reflection. It has become part of the treatment, and it also is useful for evaluating program effectiveness. The awareness scale is a simple 3-point scale. There is a space after each question for the girls to write out their thoughts. The 3 items are: 1, what am I aware of right now? 2, level of emotional stress. And 3, level of calmness. There is a space after each question for the girls to write out their thoughts. As already mentioned, the instrument is part of the check-in and the post-session reflection, but it's also useful in many other ways. The program does the evaluation for a couple of reasons. One is to provide feedback to the therapist about how the girls are doing. Sometimes not all issues the girls are dealing with come up in the group session. With the girls' permission, the therapist may ask the girls to discuss issues that they wrote about on the evaluation. Another reason for the evaluation is to improve the program. Sometimes what the girls write on the evaluation can lead to changes in the program, such as wanting more or less time for one of the activities. A third reason for the evaluation is to get an idea of program effectiveness. We'll use the scores as well as the girls' comments in our reports on program effectiveness.